Rich Rising, y'all. Rich Rising. I'm on my way to go get my matcha this morning. Excuse my bonnet. I'm in my natural habitat. I don't have to get out the car, so try to make this quick. Try to make this quick. Hope everyone is having a good Rich Rising. Rich Rising. Rich Rising. I've been getting blessed with so much money. I can't even explain it. And no, I'm not talking about tax time. I was getting blessed with money before tax time. So what happened? I've been finding just random increments of money in my accounts. Just I don't even know, y'all. Like, I truly believe in the metaphysical world more than the physical world, because before it was physical, it was metaphysical, right? I come out here to chop it up with y'all, have my therapy sessions with y'all, share my joy with y'all, give y'all tips on how I, strategize my life and have made it more pleasant, tips and keys, and stuff I'm learning too from other people. I'm just so profoundly proud of myself for my accomplishments. I just need to give a pat on my back for myself, because only I know where I come from and know where I was heading, and I'm not heading there anymore. So I just have to show my gratitude to the universe by giving back my testimony. And hopefully I run into people who may are experiencing things that I have experienced, and they find interest in what I'm talking about, and this actually helps them in their current situation. Oh my God, the Starbucks be playing. I don't want to go in. I just said I want to go in, but if y'all see this line, I pre-order mine though. Okay, it's not long as what I think it is. Okay, let me get around here. Hey y'all. Yeah, I listen to I Got Money Everywhere every morning. How you gonna jump your okay, he ain't jump in front of me. Thank you. So anyway, I listen to that every day in the morning. And some people may say, like, it don't work, but I guarantee you that song Money Everywhere by Hallie and Chloe is helping me bring the flow of money to me. Because even when I'm not listening to the music, I still hear the sound in my head. In the background, I hear, I got money everywhere. That's all I hear in the back of my head. And y'all, I don't know if any of you heard about manifestation, and how your thoughts create your world, and how you can manifest stuff in your life just by changing the way you think and just paying attention to your energy that you're projecting around you. Like, I'm gonna give an example, and I don't know if everybody is familiar, but for the ghetto, for the people that's from the hood, if you ever run across this video, if you are from the projects, from the hood, if you grew up poor, if you grew up lower class, or didn't have much of guidance growing up, this is for us, because like, we had to learn on our own. So basically, thank you for the like. So basically, if you have ever been in a situation where you have your mom or somebody, how our parents tell us in the hood, they say stuff like, watch what you say. They be like, careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. You ever heard that before? And you ever heard of the saying, watch what you say, because it can come true? I don't take that lightly. That is something I live by. I watch what I say, because I know by me having the God Christ energy in me, I can produce things when I think of them. And some people can think, no, Just because you think of something don't make it real, but it does. Because when you think of something, when you're thinking of an idea, it can turn real. For example, a car. Somebody decided one day, I want to drive. I want to get somewhere fast without a animal. I don't want to tire an animal out. I want to travel without the use of an animal. So they developed the wheel. So you absolutely can manifest stuff from your thoughts. You may not understand it fully because you're thinking like, if I think of it and it doesn't just pop up, then that's not working. That's not true. Your intention behind the way you think influences if it happens or not. So, for example, I remember when I was younger, hey, L, read like, I remember when I was younger, and every single time, I think I have a real strong power with my tongue anyway. Some people just are easier to manifest things than others. I actually have seen people pass away that were alive, and I've seen stuff before happen, basically. So when I was younger, I would, and I don't know if I was projecting or if I was conjuring or if I just was getting in tune to the future. But I remember when I was about 10 years old, even between 10 and the age of 15, I remember I would, the thought of having a fight would pop in my head. Because where I'm from, in my area and where I'm from, fighting is normal. It's not something that is looked down on. It's normal. It's accepted. You better fight back. They expect you to fight. The first time somebody try to fight you, you better fight them back. That is like a big thing in our community. Not me now. I don't teach my kids to fight. I actually am keeping the kid home right now because somebody pushed him. He pushed him back, but I'm making my son stay home until we get this resolved because I don't want my son to have to fight. And in my neighborhood, when I was a little girl, we fought and asked questions later, right? That was just how it was. Cool. I don't raise my kids like that now. I don't even want to I don't want my kids to fight at all. I don't care about who win, who lose. I don't want them to fight. So, but the story is what I'm getting to, my manifestation is when I was about 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. A thought of a fight would occur in my head, and I don't know where if I thought of it on my own, which I'm learning a lot of stuff don't just pop in your head on your own. It's something influenced it. So I don't know what influenced me to have a thought of a fight, but every single time I used to think of a fight, I had one. Every time my mind was seeing me fight. I don't know if the thoughts came to my head, but I would always find myself in situations where I'd be minding my business, and all of a sudden I would just see me fighting. And then I would say out loud, I'm about to have a fight. And I would just, and it was times too, because I used to like to fight. I actually liked fighting. At one point, it was a way to express emotions without words. So it was fun to me. I actually like the art of wrestling. I still like wrestling. I just like the art of moving your body, probably. That's all it is. And I like to use my strength. So it's not that I like fighting. I like wrestling anyway, as a fun thing. So I used to always think about fighting. And there was times where I actually felt like I caused myself to get into a fight because of the way I was thinking, y'all. So I had noticed the trend, y'all. I'm literally a little kid, and I'm like, damn. So last time I thought about a fight, and I had one. And then it happened again. I was like, okay. And then it happened again. I was like, okay. And then by this time I said, well, maybe let me stop. It's not that I didn't want to. It started to get old as you get older, right? And it's like when the thought came in my head unwillingly, I did not have the same desire to like, yeah, I want to fight. I was more so like, oh, I was more like like, oh, hold on. I just had a fight thought. Damn, I'm about to fight. So I would get upset with myself like, damn, why am I thinking that? I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. So I would try to reject it. It still would happen, y'all. So I ran across a book. This is before I ran across a book, and I hadn't even known about the art of manifestation, the law of attraction. I never knew about the law of attraction. Y'all, give me 1 second while I order my stuff. I already paid for it, so I have to tell them I'm here. And I should have got something else with it. Oh, what's this jalapeno chicken pocket? Dang, that look good. A spicy pocket. Oh, Starbucks be having it. Jalapeno chicken pocket. I gotta try that. Let me see.
Hey, what could I get something today?
Yeah, I want to get a jalapeno chicken pocket. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I have an order for Ashley.
Ashley? Okay. And what did you want?
That's it.
Okay.
Cause I don't
You're
even
just
have
getting
my.
the
Cause I
jalapeno
can't
chicken.
use my. Can I use my phone to pay or something?
Yeah, we have tape. So you're getting the jalapeno chicken pocket?
Yeah,
You're,
if I can use my tap pay, yeah. Cause I left my
yeah.
wallet.
All right. Let's see you over here for 437.
Thank you.
No problem.
So back to what I was saying, y'all. At a young age, I knew this is before I learned about the law of attraction. So when I did find out about the law of attraction, I was hooked because I had already experienced at a young age manifestation. I had already experienced myself being able to think of something and it actually happened. And I don't know if I was causing it to happen or if I was seeing it before it happened. Now, part of me think that I was seeing it before it happened because I've had an experience where a loved one of mine's who is no longer here anymore, um, I actually saw that person being unalive probably 8 years or 4 years for that, probably 5 to 6 years before it actually happened. Y'all do not have to believe me. I don't give a fuck who believes me. When I was about 14 years old, I envisioned a very close relative of mine. Um, the thing about it was, I didn't know if it was my relative or if it was, I knew it was my relative. I didn't know which relative it was. I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of turn. I didn't know which relative it was. I didn't know if it was my um it was two people who I thought it was. I knew of the two, I knew who the two people was involved, but I didn't know who was the person that actually lost their life. So I actually called their mama and was like, blase woo, because at the time these kids were like fighting a lot. We was young, so we was doing a lot of fighting, and I was just like thinking that maybe a fight went too far and it was going to be something that happened. Now, long story short, it did not happen. Now, I told the parent about it. I let her know I didn't know who it was, but this person was on the side of a car and they was hurt. And I didn't know to extreme what it was, but I knew they was not here. I knew that hurt, whatever that hurt was, cost them their life. So I told my relative about the child that I saw, and lo and behold, about 6 years later, boom, it really happened. Not only that, I've actually seen other family members hurt. I seen them walking down the street, and I knew they were hurting, but I couldn't tell who it was. And two of my family members ended up in wheelchairs. So a lot of this is like I feel like I see stuff. So we got a gift of seeing stuff, and you have a gift of manifestation. And that's how I knew I was seeing things, because I couldn't see what was the problem. I just saw the results. When I was younger and I was seeing me fighting, I think I was probably seeing something that happened, but I also could have been manifesting, because there were times where I was actually excited thinking I wanted to fight somebody. And it would come in my head, and I felt like I was bringing it up. And when it happened, I knew that I caused it. So you have a gift of manifestation, and you have a gift of like seeing stuff that's not there, that hasn't happened yet. So I say this to say, listen to y'all money rituals. Go manifest money in your life. I promise you, you're going to get money dropping out of weird places for you. You're not going to understand, and you're just going to be grateful. I promise you, it's gonna be legit money. It's gonna be money that is irrefutable, but it's gonna be coming from places that you wouldn't expect, and it's gonna be amounts that you was not expecting, and it's gonna be that you needed it too. So, Money Everywhere by Holly Berry and Chloe. I promise you, you don't have to believe me, but if you know anything about manifestation, then you know that you can conjure money in your life. You can conjure power in your life. You can conjure better relationships in your life just by your intentional thinking every single day. Okay? Because you are what they say. You think you are. The universe only give you what you think about. I tell people all the time, don't say the word I'm DEAD when you playing games and stuff. I don't do that. No, you would never hear me say I am DEAD. Y'all have a good day because I'm alive and I plan to live a very long time. And when I do go, we're going to celebrate that too. Y'all have a beautiful day.